You ever just wake up and realize,
oh my god, I'm the most profitable animated movie out there.
Yeah, because that's this guy right now. Nintendo has realized the power of their intellectual property. Instead of gatekeeping the hell out of it, they gave the rights to what's quite possibly the most mediocre movie studio and somehow came out on top. Beating the likes of Disney is no joke. They dominate the animation scene within the film industry. So of course, it's no surprise that if you beat Disney, there's an expectation to get more Nintendo movies. And of course, with profit comes speculation. You don't just make a movie and then go back to your regularly scheduled programming. When there's a success, you keep milking the horse until it's all dried up. Okay, no, but that's different. Well, let's state the obvious. There will for sure be a sequel to the Mario movie. No matter what's in the actual movie itself, Mario clearly sold tickets, and if it's being talked about according to every single article on the planet, then I think it's safe to say that there will be another movie. But what exactly would be in another Mario movie? The first movie wasn't entirely based on one game. It was a new story, so it begs the question, what would a sequel even look like? I mean, this guy was like, not even in the movie. It is clear that he will be playing a major role within the next movie, and of course he will. Every normal person picks him in Mario Kart because they just don't know what a baby Luigi is. And while some might say this will take heavy inspiration from Yoshi's Island, I would beg to say that it might be more of Mama Luigi? I'd pay good money to see Chris Pratt even try to replicate the sheer emotion in that performance. Yoshi's Island was a game about Yoshi delivering Mario back to his parents and saving Luigi while they were babies. I don't know if you saw the movie, but I think it's safe to say that Mario didn't grow up in the Mushroom Kingdom. And while Mario is primarily a video game character, the movie was not afraid to take inspirations from all forms of Mario media. For example,
we're the Mario Brothers.
I rest my case. If we can get the Super Mario Brothers Super Show theme, then we can totally get a cameo from the floating head from Mario Teaches Typing.
Nice computer you got here. Can I have it?
Where the f did you come from? This would give the writers a chance to give Luigi something more to do, learn about his character, and give him more of an arc. I enjoyed what little performance we had from Charlie Day, and I would like to see more of it so he can settle into the character more. It can also establish Luigi's personality for a Luigi's Mansion movie, something the cast seems to really want to do. So while there will clearly be another Mario movie, it also begs the question, what other kinds of movies will we get from Nintendo? For a company with so many well-recognized characters and stories, it would be ashamed if they stopped right here. Like, one of the more obvious ones could be a Donkey Kong movie. While he does exist in the Mushroom Kingdom, the land of the Kong seems to be so far off from there. You can totally tell a Donkey Kong story here. His character had a lot of screen time in the movie, and it would be interesting to explore that more, whether it be in a continuation or another origin story. Heck, maybe if it's an origin story, we'll get a normal Mario voice this time. But aside from Mario, there are a whole lot of other movies that you could do within the Nintendo universe, and it doesn't even have to be animated, suggested by the Detective Pikachu movie. For example, I know a ton of people who want a live-action Zelda movie, and as someone with a lot of film experience under their belt, here's my audition to be Link. What? But as much as people want a live-action Zelda movie, to that I say, shut up. And listen to this idea. My friend Cavity was talking about potential future movies, and he brought up the fact that a Zelda movie would look great if it was in a 90s anime style. And it was right then and there, I shit my pants from excitement. You cannot deny the fact that animation works better for a lot of these movies, but Zelda's style outside of, let's say, Wind Waker wouldn't really make too much sense to do 3D animation with. A 2D anime is probably the closest you can get to something feeling like Zelda. And if we're gonna be honest, it would probably sell more than doing a live action or 3D animated film. There's more creative freedom, a refreshing return to a style that hasn't been in theaters in such a long time, but really, it would take more time to make, but I think that time is worth it just to get something that looks so different. And then if you do go that route, you can have your normal Zelda staples. Like, imagine a Zelda movie where Link is still a silent protagonist. In live action, that shit would just look goofy, but in animation, it could fit right at home. And when it comes to the story, you could easily take Ocarina of Time and translate that beautifully to the big screen. While I might not be the biggest fan of the game, I do like the story, and there's more than enough in the game that you can put within an hour-and-a-half-minute runtime. Now, if there were to be a live-action Nintendo movie other than Detective Pikachu, well, look no further than... Oh yeah, we're going there. Imagine a Metroid cosmic horror film. Tell me that wouldn't be cool! Metroid is the only series from Nintendo that could really work within mature ratings, and I think it could allow filmmakers to really experiment with the style, and this is just me dreaming, but imagine having the practical effects for all the little creatures and enemies and set locations. It could be used to drive home the horror aspect of Metroid. And there does already exist a really good blueprint from Derek from GameXplain. It's a great concept, and I suggest you go check it out. But we can sit here and talk about Nintendo all day. I mean, it's what I do already. What about other companies and their IPs? With the Mario movie doing so well, it's clear that the film industry is taking note. I mean, move over, comic book movies. We have to cater to the crowd that likes to draw fan art of a blue hedgehog. There's slowly starting to be this abundance of video game movies. Ratchet and Clank, Sonic, they're even making a Tetris movie for some godforsaken reason. But it's clear that while these movies are fine, the Mario movie has shown that if you stick to the source material, it does pay off. And does it pay a lot? So while video game adaptations won't die anytime soon, I do think faithfulness will be more of a focus because Mario wasn't the only one to be faithful. The Last of Us does exist. And that show had the original writers heavily involved with each episode and even had the voice actors return for some key roles. And it was a huge success. People that I know who never even heard of the term The Last of Us have watched it and they loved it. There was something for everyone. People who were already fans of the game and people who didn't really know what to expect. It's probably the textbook example on how to do a video game adaptation now. It's not perfect, but come on, it's so good, especially those first 3 episodes. Imagine if the Halo show did the same thing, or the first Sonic movie. Heck, the second Sonic movie did that same thing and it was still pretty well received. It's clear that the next few years will be dominated by these kinds of movies, and while they'll probably get just as tiring as comic book movies right now, it's still just exciting to think of the possibilities at this moment. And it feels nice, especially within this dry spot of gaming we've been having lately. While these movies might seem like they're taking away from game releases, I think it's a great way to hold people over for when that game does come out. And it will be even more exciting and possibly even get more people to play the games. What do you think about this Mario movie? I can't take the pressure, I'm gonna do it! I can't do it!